Oh man, Sasquatch, they will eat you. And I've been listening to these shows and it's hilarious. You have this guy watching these kids, he's in a park and I'm not knocking the guy for the account he gave, but he's watching these kids in a park and a Sasquatch apparently steps out from the edge of the woods there where the kids are and sees them and apparently reveals himself to them, I guess. That's what he did. But it's hilarious. The host of the show saying, man, it was, and the guy goes on to say how big this thing is, like a barrel. His mouth is just huge, and typical stuff. They're huge. And then he says when he left, he was like a flash, like a cartoon. And the host of the show, which seems like a nice guy, but think, guys, think. Okay, use logic on this. He says, "Man, it was a good thing you were there. That Sasquatch would have taken those kids and eaten them. It was like it was a godsend that you were there." And I'm thinking, man, if that Sasquatch was as big as he says, he was, which I'm sure he probably was, and with a big mouth like that, do you really think he gives a crap about that guy over there sitting on the side of the road watching him if he wants to eat those little kids like a shrimp cocktail? No. He heard those kids, and they revere kids. My kids used to play in the backyard at night when those bigs were out there. And they, even had one, when they were, like my boy and his friend were creeping around the neighborhood spying on people as they walked and stuff. It was a little game they'd play when they were 8 or 9. They had a young Sasquatch tailing them, and they came running to the house. Daddy, Daddy, a kid all dressed in black is like following us, and he keeps flying into the trees and the bushes, and obviously one of the little Sasquatch. But anyway, my point is they didn't get eaten once while I was in this house. And they used to play out there all the time. Anyway, but use logic. If you're talking about an 8 or 9 foot tall Sasquatch with mouth like this and head huge, just giant, that could break you in half like a chicken wing, you didn't protect anything. They weren't there to eat anything. They were probably there, listening to the kids. They like kids. And he was watching the kids, maybe. Okay? Anyway, it's all the same in the Sasquatch world. I know a lot of people are new to this. It's all the same reactions. But Sasquatch will not eat you. Now, there may be, 1% that get tired of humans for whatever reason. Maybe they got shot at. Who knows? They want to thump them. Even, I heard another one where this guy got thumped into the water and he got his ribs broken. Pissed off this Sasquatch. Apparently it was a rogue because he was alone. But if that Sasquatch wanted to kill them, he could have killed them just like that. And the guy described this Sasquatch as running like a flash at them. He hardly even saw his cousin go into the water. He didn't even realize his cousin went into the water until he heard the water, him hit into the water. I mean, and I've seen, those of us who've been out there, you see these guys and they're like flashes. I've seen them run across a road, lit road, and it looks almost like a translucent flash, and you question yourself. And then you start hearing them in the bushes over there. And I had that happen so many times there, across my driveway, and then they make themselves known, start shaking a tree. It's like obvious. But you're not going to do anything if they want to do something. You didn't stop anything. You didn't intimidate them. Okay? Vast majority of the times they will not eat you. And if you're out in those woods again and you think they will eat you, you're crazy because you're not going to stop them. Anyway, I'm going to do another couple of videos after this where I'm going to go into some of the things that we just talked about, like the flash, explain that, because that's, those of us who've seen it, who've seen the translucence, almost, been thumped or tapped on the shoulder or turn around to see nothing. We'll talk about that. Now, I put that vibrational theory out a long time ago. And people latched onto it, but nobody's explained that, that type of capability, and I will. See ya.